Hi, Robin and Chet here from Sea Lake Journeys.
Sea Lake Journey!
I don't know what this is all about. He's been doing that lately. Tonight we're talking about perfect day at Coco Cay.
Hey, baby, Coco Cay. It was a perfect day.
So, welcome. And tonight we're going to talk about perfect day at Coco Cay.
It was a perfect day. Hey, listen, if you find this video helpful, informative, enjoyable in any way, please give us a big old thumbs up and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel because it's good. It helps the channel grow, helps other people find us, and we really appreciate it. And little Ringo would appreciate it too. How about that?
So now on to what the topic is tonight, Chet.
Coco Cay!
Coco Cay. Coco Cay is the private island that belongs to Royal Caribbean, and they have put a lot of money into Coco Cay. Yep. Typically, 2 ships can be at Coco Cay at the same time. Coco Cay is a huge area. Our first impression of it was
Big water park.
A big theme park and beaches combined into one.
It was beautiful.
So when you arrive, let's talk about the time it takes to walk from the ship to the different things. So
first off, the ship you're on is gigantic, so you're talking a 5-minute walk just to get off the ship and get down to the end of the pier.
So if you're walking from the ship to Thrill Water Park, which is the main water park area, is about a 3-minute walk. And then Harbor Beach is about a 6-minute walk. Oasis Lagoon is about a 5-minute walk. Chill Island is anywhere between a 5 or a 10-minute walk, depending upon which route you take through the park. Breezy Bay at Chill Island is a 10-minute walk. South Beach is a 10-minute walk, and Coco Beach Club is also a 10-minute walk.
That gives you an idea how big that island is, all those areas. And she's talking about the time to walk from the ship to those particular areas.
Now the tram, there is a tram that will take you from the ship to the beginning of the water park.
Thank you, Jesus.
It is a very long pier, so if you don't want to, if you're like us and we have limited steps, we're going to use our steps in the park and not walking down the pier.
That's right. We rode that tram and I was not ashamed to do it.
And then when you get to the water park, there is a tram that runs every 15 minutes around the island. It stops at Thrill Water Park, South Beach, Coco Beach Club, Oasis Lagoon, and the balloon ride.
That loop covers basically about half of the island.
And you can ride the tram as many times as you want. It's free. They'll do wait around for a few minutes to get as many passengers on as they can, but it moves along quite quickly. Now, if you're going to walk the path that the tram takes, be careful because you'll get run over. And a lot of times you think you're on the walking path and you're really on the tram path. So take caution when you are using the tram paths. Now, the first thing that you come to on the island is Captain Jill's
Galleon. It's like a big pirate ship for kids.
And it's really cool. It's located right there at the entrance of the park. It's free, and kids of all ages can play. It's got some little slides and water cannons, and
I'll tell you what, it's free, and it's a great looking place. So, you know, a lot of times you got kids, you can't afford to spend a whole bunch of money. You don't have to. How about that?
Thrill Water Park is the main water park when you enter the park. So what you do is you sign up for it on the ship or before you get on the ship, and you scan your SeaPass card, and that gets you entrance. It shows that you prepaid. You can come and go into Thrill Water Park all day long as much as you please, and there are lockers available inside the water park. It has fresh water showers, changing rooms, restrooms, and a towel exchange location that's near the water park. Now remember, if you bring your towel off the ship with you into the park, you can exchange your towel as much as you'd like for dry ones or clean ones. But don't forget to take that towel back to the ship with you, because if you don't take the towel back to the ship, they're going to charge you
$25. The towel's not worth $25.
Now there's no need to leave the Thrill Water Park if you're hungry.
No, you got a place right there. You can get burgers and salads and hot dogs and drinks. And just remember, if you have an alcohol package or a Coke package on the ship, it also works there at Coco Cay. Ain't that cool?
Yes. So inside the Thrill Water Park, you're going to have your free lunch that's provided by the ship. And they have a beer station. So you'll want to make sure that if you don't have the alcohol package, you can pay for the beer. It is an extra charge. You're simply going to charge it to your CPass card.
Yep.
And there is a designated smoking area in the Thrill Water Park. And a bonus, children under 3 are admitted for free.
How about that?
Now, there's not a lot that they can do in the Thrill Water Park because a lot of it has height restrictions, and we'll get to that later, as well as weight restrictions, but they are free to get in.
4 attractions in Thrill Water Park. 4 big attractions. Are you ready for this? The Daredevil's Tower, which is 7 slides, which includes the tallest water slide in North America. That's a big tower.
That's a big tower. And then the second is Splash Summit, which has 6 slides.
And then there's Adventure Pool, floating lily pads.
And the children can go from one floating lily pad to the next.
Yes, children.
And then there is the wave pool, which when the clock strikes 0, watch out because the wave is coming in.
Yep.
So unlike the wave flow ride, this is a wave pool, like a big wave coming out of the ocean.
Like the kind of guy at Busch Gardens or where's that other place? SeaWorld. I think they've got one too, a big wave pool.
Now think about that. In Thrill Water Park, there are 13 water slides.
And floating lily pads.
And then of course there is the zip line adventure.
Yes.
The zip line adventure takes off inside Thrill Water Park, but you don't have to pay to enter Thrill Water Park. You just show them that you have the zip line purchase,
yep.
And that's where it begins. And then you're going to soar across the fountain in Harbor Bay
and end up all the way on the other side of Harbor Bay. It's a pretty long zip line.
And people in different areas of the park see you zip lining across. It's
yep.
really pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks neat.
And then there is Up and Away balloon ride, which watch our videos on the balloon ride because we did do the balloon ride and it was fabulous.
Where else can you do a balloon ride?
Right?
On a cruise. How about that?
So we're not going to talk much about the balloon ride because we would like for you to go watch our video.
Yeah, go watch the video.
South Beach is a free access beach with free beach chairs, freshwater showers, changing rooms, and restrooms.
That's right. And they got a South Beach snack shack. Did I say that right? Snack shack at South Beach that serves complimentary hamburgers, hot dogs, salads,
snacks, beverages. Don't worry about not getting a beach chair. Beach chairs throughout the entire park are plentiful. Now you may not have a chair right on the beach or right at the pool. It may be a couple of rows back, but there are plenty of lawn chairs and umbrellas to sit under. And tables.
Tables? How about that? Also, they got a sports court with both hard and sand courts. You can play in volleyball, basketball, and there's all kinds of other games, beach games to play there as well.
And South Beach also has beachfront cabanas for rent. And they have lockers there in the sports pavilion. And of course, you cannot forget about the South Beach Floating Bar.
Mm-hmm. How about
and
that?
Their drink special is the Coco
Loco. Yeah, it's the Loco. It's Coco Loco.
Coco Loco.
Depends
you
on
have
how many.
enough of them, it doesn't matter if they're Coco Locos or Loco Cocos.
Ain't that the truth?
And then there is the Coco Beach Club.
There's a special admission to go into that.
And it is an exclusive beach only for those people that have paid for access to the Coco Beach. And it has an infinity view pool.
Yep.
It has elevated dining options that are not offered anywhere else on the island.
That's right.
If you pay to get into Coco Beach, you have complimentary coffee and pastries in the morning because most of the ships are docking. We've docked about, 8 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah,
I guess
so
it was.
Pretty early, yeah.
The buffet there is assorted salads, and they serve lunch service, and reservations are not required, but they do ask that you let them know what dining time you would like.
Yes.
And then the beach chairs and day beds around the pool are first come and first serve.
They got umbrellas and premium quality beach towels at no extra charge. These are the towels that would be worth $25. But don't take them.
And once again, children under 3 are admitted for free. And there is a tram dedicated for the Coco Beach Club. So you don't have to worry about not catching a tram. There'll be a tram that will take you directly to the Coco Beach Club.
You don't have to worry about all them other stops along the way.
Now the cabanas at the Coco Beach Club.
Yeah.
They're totally different than the cabanas over on the other island.
Well, there's 2 kinds of cabanas there too. They got the regular ones there on the beach, and then they got the ones out floating on the water. Yes, I said floating. They're attached to the land, but they're floating.
Your admission to Coco Beach Club is up to 8 guests in your cabana. And you have your own cabana attendant who is going to tend to your food and drink orders, so you don't even have to come out of your cabana to eat. They'll be glad to get it for you. Unlimited bottled water comes with the Coco Beach Club cabana.
And 4 chairs and a sectional sofa.
A ceiling fan in a dining area, and a lockable storage.
Your own lockable storage right there in a little table / footstool / safe.
And this is another great perk for the Coco Beach Club cabanas, is that they have power outlets. So you can charge your phone or your camera, and they provide you with Bluetooth speakers.
Bluetooth, baby. So whatever jams you got that you want to have there at your cabana, you can have.
And then you'll have your own mini bar that will be stocked with wine, beer, and soft drinks, and that's going to be part of your package. And so you can talk to whoever books that for you in regards to your beverage preferences. And you'll get 2 sets of snorkel gear, and your cabana attendant will make sure that you have everything that you need to enjoy your day at Coco Beach Club.
And there's also a little slide that slides off of that thing right into the ocean. But this was interesting. There's weight restriction on that.
Yes.
50-pound minimum and 150 pounds maximum.
So he could not go down the slide on the floating cabana.
I weigh more than 50 pounds. Oh, I weigh more than 150 pounds. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to go down the slide.
So even though there's a slide out there, be aware that it's really intended for the kids.
But not small kids. Anybody under 50 pounds, they don't recommend on that too.
Right. And then you have a floating walkway that leads out to your cabana.
Floating.
Now we're going to talk about Breezy Bay at Chill Island.
They have 20 beach cabanas for rent there. 20.
And you'll have a complimentary umbrella and clamshell chair, which is first come, first serve.
And you got scuba diving equipment rental for certified divers.
And the wave jet ski rentals require you to have a valid driver's license.
Yes, how about that? So, however, you can be if you don't have one, you can ride with somebody else and be the second passenger. So if your kid wants to ride with you.
And they do have snorkel equipment for you, masks and fins. They're available for rent at the Snorkel Shack right there on Breezy Bay Beach.
And some more beach games, volleyball court, the cornhole, the table tennis.
And this is where you're going to rent your jet skis, and your kayaking tours will begin from the hut right there on Chill Island. And those things are, of course, an extra charge.
Yep.
And the beach rental hut, you can rent floating mats. And you can see if cabanas are available, but a lot of them are booked before you ever get to the island. So if you're interested in a cabana.
If you want these cabanas, we highly recommend you book them before you go on your cruise, because before we went, I checked, and like 3 of the 4 areas that had cabanas, they were all sold out. I was amazed by it because the ship was not sold out, but the cabanas were.
Now, Chill Island is one of the great beaches there, and they have foods, hamburgers and hot dogs like everybody else has, but they have their Chill Island Shack special sauce.
How about that?
And they serve lunch from 11:30 to 3. Almost all the places on the island that are serving lunch, the lunchtime is 11:30 to 3.
Yes. And the Wacky Seagull, again, still got cocktails and beer going on.
And there is a towel exchange right there at the Chill Grill. And the beach rental hut right there for the floating mats and the snorkel. And Diver's Den is there, available for certified scuba divers. And you can rent scuba equipment there. And then, of course, the Coco Cay Island Market is there. Now, the Island Market, you can use either your Sea Pass to pay for your purchases, or they do accept cash there at the Coco Cay Island Market.
I saw they had a place where you could actually get your hair braided.
Yeah, you can have a hair braid.
I think I need to grow mine out some more.
On Chill Island, they also have freshwater showers, changing rooms, and restrooms on both sides of the area, and the first aid station is located there on Chill Island.
Yes.
And then Harbor Beach, that is lagoon water. So it's not the open ocean water, it's more of a mini little inlet, a lagoon.
Yeah, like an inlet, right.
And they have Captain Jack's there, which is an extra charge. It's a bar, it's a full service bar, and they're playing live music.
Got chicken wings there and some fries.
And those, of course, are extra charges. But it is open for food from 11 to 3. And then Splash Away Bay.
Another complimentary kids water park. How about that?
And that was busy.
Water slides, fountains, splash pools, big drench buckets. Kind of all the stuff you see on the ship at the kids' play area is down there on the island, too. And it doesn't cost you anything.
Nope. And then Skipper's Grill is there. Once again, that's complimentary lunch coming off of the ship. And there at Skipper's Grill is also one of the wheelchair beach chair stations.
Yes, so for people with mobility issues, when you get off the tram, a regular wheelchair is not going to go on the beach and stuff. There are locations, 3 of them, I believe, located throughout the island that have special beach wheelchairs, but they are first come, first serve. They're free to use, but you can't reserve them either. You just hope you get there first and get you one of them. And
when we were there, even though the ships were not full, 2 ships were there. The Mariner of the Seas?
No, it was Oasis of the Seas.
Oasis of the Seas was there with us, and we were on Independence of the Seas. And they know that the ships are not full capacity, but we did see over a dozen wheelchair beach chairs.
Yeah, from what I noticed on the ship, there weren't very many handicapped people on the ship, so
we did see a dozen, but they have more. They just, of course, didn't put them out because the ships are not at full capacity. And at Oasis Lagoon, this is a freshwater pool.
Oh, it's the largest freshwater island pool on the island.
This is where we hung out. It was really nice. It was a zero. Is that called zero entry?
Zero entry, yeah. You can just walk right in. So I had my water prosthetic leg on, and I'm walking right in. Then I realized there were penguins trying to get out of there.
Because that water was ridiculously cold. It was cold. It felt nice once you get in, but it was cold.
Woo!
And so Oasis Lagoon, they have 3 swim-up bars. 3 swim-up islands, excuse me, and a swim-up bar.
Yes, swim-up bar.
And they have great music. They called it Party Central.
Yes, and I told them the party didn't really start till the handicap got there. Well, it started without me. So,
but it was a great area for the kids right there at the edge because you walked in several meters before you actually got to water that was deep.
Yeah, it was great. They had very well done, very nice pool. This whole island.
And the lifeguards are at every station.
Yes.
Every pool, every slide, every beach location, they have at least 1 lifeguard on duty. And let me tell you, those lifeguards are actually watching. There were some children that were trying to float on life jackets, and that's another thing, that they have free life jackets there of multiple sizes for children and adults. So don't be afraid if you don't know how to swim. They have them there complimentary. But the lifeguard was getting onto these little girls because they were trying to float on top of the life jackets.
Yeah, they took the life jackets off and wanted to lay on them,
and he told them either put the life jacket on or get out of the water.
Which tells me they do their job seriously. I would feel very comfortable as a parent taking my kids there.
Yes. So we have some random facts for you about Coco Cay.
They actually have gluten-free and vegetarian meal options at all the dining venues.
Yes, so if you need gluten-free or if you're a vegetarian and you don't see those items out there at the buffets, all you have to do is simply ask for them and they will provide them.
I want a hamburger with no meat.
The adult-only areas Currently, all venues and activities are open to all guests.
So there are no adult-only
There
areas.
are no adult-only areas. Even the Coco Cabana areas are family. But Royal Caribbean owns the island, and Royal Caribbean is very family-oriented.
Yes.
Their ships are family-oriented, and therefore it's not surprising that the island is family-oriented as well.
The swim diapers. You've got little kids that ain't diaper trained.
They must be worn at all times. They will not let you have a child in the water that's obviously too young to be potty trained without a swim diaper on. Lockers are available in a variety of places throughout the island. Now, I found that they were a little hard to locate. So my tip for that is, it seems to be the lockers are located on the outside area of the bathrooms. So if you find a bathroom building, the lockers are going to be on the outside of the building, attached to the side of the building. Typically not the entrance side of the building, which... And they're not very large lockers either. They're very small. One small backpack could fit in there, but you're not limited to one locker each. And to use the locker, you simply put in your own code and lock it, and put in your own code to unlock it. You don't need a key or anything like that.
Now, if you smoke, there are 8 designated places on the island where you can smoke.
And there are 2 first aid stations. One is inside Thrill Water Park, and the other one is on Chill Island.
I'd get the Thrill Water Park one, but man, Chill Island, everybody's kind of chilled, ain't they?
But that's Chill Island seems to be the largest beach area that's closest to the ship. South Beach is further away from the ship,
True.
so it seems to be a lot of people like Chill Island.
Indeed. Oh, let's see. We got 5 different complimentary dining options on that island. 5 places to go. That's plenty spread around.
And then for our handicap facts.
Handicap facts. The Oasis Lagoon Pool and Wave Pool in Thrill Water Park both have pool lifts for the disabled. If you're in a wheelchair and you can't get out to walk in the pool at all, there's 2 places you can go. The Oasis Lagoon Pool and the Wave Pool in Thrill Water Park. And they've got that chair... If you can transfer
really
into
nice.
that, and they'll put you in the water. That's really
nice.
neat. Yeah.
Yes. And then, of course, Coco Beach, which is the exclusive extra charge location, they also have a pool lift for their infinity pool. And at Coco Beach, there's actually the bar itself is lower, so that if you're in a wheelchair, you don't have to be at a high bar. You can be at a lower bar, which is really nice for when you're in a wheelchair.
Excellent. So here's some things to think about. This park actually has the tallest water slide in North America.
And the helium balloon ride goes up 450 feet in the air.
They have the largest freshwater pool in the Bahamas.
Some of the slides and activities do have height and weight restrictions. And
some cabanas come with extra perks.
the cabanas at Thrill Water Park include entry to all slides and activities to inside for up to 6 guests.
Oh, so it might be cheaper for you and your family to rent a cabana and get the free tickets to the water park.
We actually ran into a family that said that. They wanted to go to Thrill Water Park, but if they added up the individual costs for everyone in the family to go to Thrill Water Park, they might as well just shell out a few more bucks and get that cabana as well. So you might want to look into that. The Wi-Fi package and the beverage packages that you purchase on ship can be used on the island.
That's right. And the Royal Caribbean app includes a 3D map of the island, and it's free to use on the island.
And some of the activities do require you to wear closed-toed shoes, especially the zip line. They will not let you on the zip line unless you have closed-toed shoes.
That's easy for you to say.
Now, a couple of fun facts about the different water slides.
Oh, these are some of the height and weight requirements.
Yes.
There are height and weight requirements. The Daredevil's Peak water slide, that really big one, is 135 feet in the air when you start.
Gosh.
You have to be 48 inches tall, and you cannot weigh over 300 pounds.
And none of the water slides are handicap accessible. You must be able to climb the stairs to get to the top.
That's a bummer.
Yes. The Dueling Demons water slide.
75 feet tall. Yeah, and you must be 4 feet tall to ride on it and not weigh over 300 pounds. Again.
And the Screeching Serpent is a 50-foot water slide. Same requirements for weight and height.
Yep. The Green Mamba water slide is another 50-foot tall slide. Same requirements. You must be at least 4 foot, not over 300 pounds. The Manta Racers water slides are only 25 feet high. Only.
Now, the Slingshot water slide. I'm not sure if I want to be on a water slide that's called the Slingshot.
Well, this is interesting. It goes 60 feet high.
And the total raft, because you're riding in a raft on this slide, is a total weight limit of 550 pounds.
With no single person weighing over 300.
And the Twister water slide.
60 foot long.
Woo! And a total weight raft of 400 pounds. Now, a Twister water slide in a raft, that sounds like
Fun.
pretty aggressive.
Let's go. The Splash Speedway water slides. They're 40 foot long. You gotta be 42 inches tall and not over 300 pounds.
The Adventure Pool. Guests up to 42 inches must wear a life
Vest.
Can
Life
you say
vest.
it? And the wave pool is the same restriction.
Yep.
Splashaway Bay, 36 inches minimum and 200 pounds maximum.
The zip line, you have to be 4 foot tall and you have to be at least 75 pounds and not more than 275 pounds.
And the wave jet driver must, like we said earlier, have a driver's license and cannot weigh more than 375 pounds. And the passenger is the same. Cannot weigh more than 375 pounds and must be at least 10 years of age.
That's a combined weight. So if you weigh 200, you got a 150 pound passenger, that's 350, you're okay. But if you're both 200, that's 2 inch. Combined weight's 375.
And if you're 16 and you have a driver's license, you can still drive a wave runner. The kayak adventure, you must be at least 8 years old. The snorkeling adventure, that's at your leisure, you must be 4 years old. Kayaking, you must be at least 8 years old. Certified scuba diving with equipment, you must be 12 years old. Certified diving with your own equipment, once again, you must be 12 years old. And to be on a floating mat in the ocean, you must be at least 4 years old.
Well, I don't know if we said it too, on that wave runner, the youngest person has to be at least 10 years old.
Oh,
We almost missed that.
Sorry
about that.
But we hope that you found these facts interesting and informative.
I did. And fun. I'm ready to go back to Coco Cay. What about you?
Coco Cay was great. It is actually a great place. If you've never been to Coco Cay, it is definitely a family bucket list item. And if you've enjoyed our show, don't forget to give us that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we would love to hear your comments.